Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Hey, Nicole. You want to hear the update on Heidi? Okay, I can give that too. Yeah. Yep, I can pass that along as well. So let's start real quick with on Samantha's case. We're gonna talk a little bit about the jacket, right? Because that's definitely a situation. Hey, BC, how's it going? Hi, Magenta. Glad you're here. Okay, so this jacket, the police did end up testing it. They did confirm that while your help hobby, okay. And so they confirmed that it was her jacket. And there were three types of DNA on it. So you had, or three different sets of DNA. So you have the DNA from her, right? And then you have DNA from a convicted felon, a local convicted felon. So that's not good, right? I mean, that is not something you want to hear. I mean, why? Why? How? When? When was she in contact, or how, or what? Like, it's scary. And then the third one was by an unidentified or unknown person. Now, I don't know. All right, and I do not want any finger point or like blame or attack. Go and hunt down the anybody, right? That's not really our jobs to do that. But I am going to throw out some questions that I have. So she was said to be going to meet her ex boyfriend. He's 14 years old. I'm wondering if that unidentified, hey Neil, if the unidentified DNA belongs to the ex boyfriend, but being that they didn't know where she was, right? No crime had been committed, no, she was just missing. The police cannot force a minor to give DNA. So his parents would have had to sign off on that and give consent for him. Why would they do that? Like, for what reason? No, 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 no. It's already enough that he was seen on camera going into the park, as was she seen going into the park. The ex boyfriend was seen leaving the park. She was not seen leaving the park. So the parents are going to want to protect the son, right? No need. It's never a good idea to just give up your DNA to, only if there ends up being, it turns out criminal. The police can end up getting a warrant signed by the judge that that a minor would have to give DNA. And then, well, if say the minor were to get arrested, kind of like Aiden Fucci, they were to get arrested without just a warrant for the DNA, but arrested because they're like, "Yep, we're sure we're arresting you. You're a suspect." Well, once you're in custody at that point, right? They're gonna get your DNA and such then. So that's a question I do have is if that third one just belongs to the ex-boyfriend. Then the other question I have is, which I is was she friends with the convicted felon? Did she know him? Have some connection to him? Hey, Ramblin', where am I? You're over on my reasonable doubt one. And that way I'm at least getting some of my videos over on that channel as well. But yeah. And hey, Patricia, how's it going? Hello, not typing or typing well. Worked a double off 7. So a little sleepy. By the way, Bob, did you send birthday wishes to Dad? Oh my gosh, no, I didn't. Thank you. Ah, you're so good. You're so good. Oh, and hold on. 15 minutes ago. So like, hang on 1 second. Oh, awesome. Okay. That's nice. That's nice. I don't think LM is here, but um, let me just do something to at least remember my father, because I'm telling you guys, I will forget so quick. It's horrible. It is so bad. So I appreciate. Thank you so much for the reminder. Oh well, I could spell it correctly too. That would be good. Okay. It is sent. Now that I see what time it is, he very well might already be in bed, but we'll see if we get a message back or not. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I knew if I didn't do it then, I'm gonna forget again. So let me just show you, for those of you, just a reminder here. Let me take this jacket down and I'm gonna put you on this. So this is from a month ago, but it is about the jacket, right? So because the reason I'm talking about this is because it does connect here to what I'm about to discuss with you and show you.
News 10 has learned that test results on that jacket have come back with the presence of 3 sets of DNA, and one of those sets belongs to Samantha. Police say Samantha Humphrey was last seen on security cameras around midnight on November 25th, approaching the area of the Front Street Pool and a railroad bridge that crosses the Mohawk River. But police say there are no images of her ever leaving the area. Schenectady police say on the night the teen went missing, Samantha texted a friend telling them she planned on meeting up with her 14-year-old ex-boyfriend. When she didn't return home, her father searched the area, discovering this jacket along the shoreline, which family members told News 10 they believe belongs to Samantha. During a press conference 4 weeks ago, I asked Schenectady Police Chief Eric Clifford if any images showed Samantha wearing the jacket.
At this time, we're just not able to determine whether the photographs and or video match what was found.
However, sources with intimate knowledge of this case tell News 10 that test results from the jacket have found the presence of 3 sets of DNA. One set is said to be a match to Samantha. Another set matching an adult male who's been identified as a local convicted felon. The third set is said to belong to an unidentified male.
We just would like to be able to find out what happened to Sam, our Sammy.
I spoke with Samantha's grandfather, John Matarazzo, over the phone regarding this latest information.
Well, if anybody knows anything or saw her with any of these people, I mean, whoever they think they could be, they got to help out. They have to help out because there's questions that need answers, and somebody knows.
I reached out to Schenectady PD asking them for any updates or comment on these recent results. They would only say that if the public has any information, they're asked to please give them a call. In Schenectady, Anya Tucker, News 10, ABC.
Yeah. So I see, Ramblin', you made it over here. Would it be helpful if I stayed and watched from the other channel? Um, hmm. I don't know. I don't want you. No, I want you to enjoy yourself though, right? If yeah. See, okay, I found my friends. Yeah, no, no, no. You could stay over here for sure, because then you guys are able to talk with each other, right? If not, you're over there like feeling like you're talking to yourself. I mean, I respond back to you, but I'm sure you still feel kind of a little lonely over there. Um, Neil ended up over there initially too, and yeah, it's lonely. I did the same thing, put the thumbs up, and moved here because this is where all the chat was. Right? Exactly, exactly. Oh snap! I forgot the thumbs up. Oh, that's great. Send something now. We'll wait. Thank you. I appreciate that, you guys. I'm thinking he's sleeping because I don't have anything from him. Well, or he's just like ignoring me. But I don't know. I typically would get a thanks back. So probably sleeping. I might get one when he wakes up. Just make sure I didn't miss any comments from y'all. Okay, so I like it here. So let me bring you over here. Let me see the right one. This one. Okay. So this is where we're gonna get into the speculation or the rumor train or the rumor mill or the right. So the reason I state this is because could it maybe be a motive? I don't know. As for like the beginning part of it, I don't even know about that. I don't know. I don't know. It's pretty awful though for people to, or you tell me. It very well could just be somebody that's trying to, for some reason, protect him or like protect. I say him, I mean like the ex-boyfriend or who really knows. So, it stated. I'd have to actually go out and show what the top of the post says. View post. How lost will I get if I do that? Okay. Mm, so it says on this, unconfirmed police presence in area of Lock 7 suggests that Samantha Humphrey has been located. An alleged suspect with DNA matched to the jacket is already in Schenectady County Jail on unrelated charge and in protective custody after a fight with another inmate or other inmates. And then it has like a link, a different, her jacket, picture her, what it says. This here, let's see. Right, so you got Lock 7 Road, Sugar Hill Road, right? But she was found, or I can't say she because it's unconfirmed at this point. I mean, it's confirmed, but not by police. So it is confirmed by family. They says that the body pulled was her, but the police have not said that yet. So I just want to be very careful with that. But it was the body that was pulled was underneath the bridge that we have looked at. Now, this person puts this out there and says that this is who they believe to be the man that had a criminal, is a criminal felon, and is in for another reason, which down here would say criminal contempt in second degree, disobey court. He's a 6-foot man. He's 31. He's 200 pounds. And it says that he was taken in on January 3rd at 5:29 p.m. So January 3rd, 2023. Let me go back. Where's that? Where's the, right here. This is a month ago, January. I mean, that would be right in the middle of all this, right? So, hey, Packlist, how's it going? Good to see you. If I market, I do not think I would voluntarily give DNA either. Just doubtful that Ellie would not mess that up or do something wrong. Yeah, it's never good. I mean, it's never good. Why would you do that? You wouldn't do that. All that's going to do is get you in, like, trouble. Okay, so about this, I don't know that this is they never said a name. Police still didn't even say it. It was the people close, family and whatnot close to the case that even said that they were told that 3 different DNAs were found. One was hers, one was a convicted felon that is an adult male, and that the other is an unidentified male. But police didn't say that, right? Police have not spoken on what was found on this jacket. So therefore, obviously, the police, there is no article or anything stating that this is the name, this is the man. So who knows, right? Who even knows? So don't take that with a grain of salt. Don't run with it to the, I don't know, to the lie detector test or something. I don't know, because I don't know. But, so somebody asked, where did this info come from? Another person said, I'm curious as to how this guy's name came up in the search for Samantha. Right? Makes sense. Hey, Sleuth Mom. Been listening, guys. Hi. How are you? Oh, it's okay. I hope you feel better. I'm sorry, Sleuth. You're really getting a beating. I am so sorry. I'm like feeling it in all these different ways and places and things, but it hasn't taken me out yet, and I hope it doesn't. But I do hope that you start feeling better. um, So, right, and this is a good point, exactly what they said. How are you coming up with this? How is this person coming up with this man being connected to Samantha? And so somebody said he's a previously convicted felon with prints in, I think it's supposed to say in the system that matched the prints from the jacket. Okay, now everybody gets confused off of. Thank you, BC. That's my question. Yes, that's my other question. Right, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. hmm So, okay, see how he talks about prints? If you remember, they said DNA was found on the jacket. They didn't say what kind of DNA. And apparently, this person's saying prints. So now everyone gets all asking about that, right? Who told you that? They said it's in a post stated above. That's not what it said. And they said, is it really? Now there's a way to access DNA online or something? Someone has to know this is him. Saying convicted felon and having fingerprints in the database isn't really explaining much. They said, if his prints are in the system, he's clearly a convicted felon. And they said, you're not serious, right? And then they went on about somebody's like comprehension level being low. My point is, who said that he's the guy these prints belong to? Did the police tell the family and the family spread the word? Would you like to make another attempt at acting like you're teaching me something, right? So now everyone's getting irritated with everybody. The article says DNA, not prints. If they tested the DNA on her coat and it matched what's already in the database. Somebody else said fingerprints are the DNA that was found on the coat. Please follow along. So I don't know, again, if that's even true, right? We only know that DNA was found on the jacket, and we know this because somebody close to the case, family maybe, let them know, passed it on. But we weren't told what type of DNA. And now they're saying, well, it was stated that it was fingerprints were found on the coat. I don't know. Do fingerprints really? Hold on. Let me look at that real quick. Where's this picture? What did I do with it? Oh, it's connected to my thing. Please hold. Let me bring that back up. Just because I want to see, is that the type of material that would even... Oh, I bypassed it. Here we go. Okay. Maybe. Right? When it comes to like fluffy, furry texture, no, I don't... Fingerprints not going to be on that. But this over here, this plasticky... it's not leather, but it's like plasticky. The fingerprints could, I guess, be on that. Now it was in the water, but just because something's in the water doesn't technically mean that the fingerprints would be gone, because obviously your fingerprints are oily, and right, like touch DNA. Yeah, your fingerprints are oily, and so just because it's in water, You ever get like say you use vegetable oil or canola oil when you're baking, and you put it in a measuring, tablespoon, teaspoon, and then you stick it under the sink water, and it's like, no, it's not coming off, right? It's a pain. You got to use soap and all of it, it's serious. So yeah, maybe, right? We'll give them that. All right, so let's go back. I actually have to cough. Please hold. Okay. All right. So then it says, I read the actual article. Another's perception of black and white is not my concern. I was simply trying to clarify for you, sir. Have a great day. And then they like show this again, right? Sources, intimate with knowledge of the case. Results of that test returned a few days ago. The lab found a presence of 3 sets of DNA on the jacket. The same source says one set is a match to Samantha, another set matched to an adult male who has been identified as a local convicted felon who is said to have been interviewed by police. The third set is to, and we know it's unknown male. And so, I mean, that still doesn't say anything about fingerprints. And so anyway, this person said, well, you shouldn't have jumped in the conversation, know what you're talking about. Another person, I read the article, could very well comprehend it. I don't need clarification. And then they're arguing about gaslighting, and basically we just want justice for the innocent girl. So then this person comes in, they're trying to gram him. I don't know, right? Okay. So there's a little back and forth on that. Hey, Queen Bella, hello. How are you doing tonight? So this person, right, we just let they were the last one to comment here. Okay. And this is where it gets like, I don't know, right? So again, everybody that may just be joining, this, no facts, nothing. We don't know. I don't know who this person is to the case, in the area, to anybody involved. I don't know. So please take it with a grain of salt. Just mentioning it to see if this might be a possible motive. Maybe. But I don't know. And so this person says, laugh my ass off. Her mother and grandmother did that shit. That man ain't do none like that. Okay, so hey, how's it going? Good evening. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. And it's so basically, yeah, this person, this man is saying that Samantha's mom and grandma did it. No, but it does get explained. I think what he meant. And so somebody asked, like, what? Her mom and her grandmother killed her? Is what you're saying? Question mark. And he said, okay, so again, ready? Not a fact. We don't know. He says, facts. They was mad because she was pregnant by black boy. Call mother and mom kicked her out the house. You're so funny. Does pedophile go on vacation? They probably wouldn't have done it out there. Okay, I have no idea what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. Going on vacation? I don't know. Okay, but that's the first wording that claims she's pregnant. Keep in mind, she's a little girl. She doesn't. I mean, in the one it said she weighed like 90 something pounds, and in here somebody says like 100 and something. She's very tiny, very petite. And someone said, "Damn, yeah, I ain't know any of that, but anything is possible. I don't put crap past her family," which I don't know why, you know. And then he basically said, "Fingers crossed." I mean, I don't know why. I don't know. So then somebody asked, when you say that the pedo would have probably done it out there, you mean? And then they said, "I'm almost following you here." And somebody else says, "So why would the DNA be on her jacket? It don't make sense." Right? Like, why are there? And so, what I think they might mean by the pedo, possibly, maybe, is it the convicted felon? Possibly that's his past charge. I don't know. I'm not looking into this man here. I'm sure maybe somebody will, or so. I don't know. But maybe the past charge is, I don't know. No, no. That's, yeah, what they're saying is absolutely how rumors get started. Absolutely, for sure. Yes, it is. It definitely is. Now, based off of what I'm saying, no. If anybody runs off with this rumor, that's on literally y'all. Whoever runs with it as a rumor, they're responsible for that, not me. Not when I'm questioning, is it a possible motive? What did she do? Can anybody tell me what she did wrong? What'd she do? Yeah, she probably should have been out that late to go see her ex, who was known to be abusive. Probably shouldn't have. No. But it happened. That doesn't, just because you go out late to meet up with, that doesn't mean you deserve to die. What? No. So what did she do? Why did the ex say she bit his hand? He literally drew blood, like, right? So what was happening? She is the victim here. So if anybody tries to run with this and paint her out to be deserving of this in some way, that's crazy. Absolutely not. Nobody deserves to have their life taken from them. Absolutely. And again, I mean, I could say this for like the fourth or fifth time again, sixth time, seventh time. I could say it every time I read a sentence. This is not a fact. You're confused, fishing for truth? Yes, you would be. You would probably be confused. It's about a young girl that had gone missing around Thanksgiving night, or the next day, maybe the next day by with the clock change. And she went out to go meet up with her ex-boyfriend, who was also 14. And they, well, we don't know. She never came home. And there's footage of her going into the park. There is footage of him going into the park. There is no footage of her leaving the park. There is footage of him leaving the park. It's been months, and they just Wednesday pulled a body out of the river, out of the Mohawk River, after boats and all kinds of. They've been searching and searching and searching, and they've never found anything. But fishermen were out and saw what appeared to be a head bobbing. So trigger warning, everybody. And um, they contacted the police. Police came. They got the body out. Again, police haven't come forward with a press conference yet. So all of this is what was said by other people. Like, none of this has come from the police. So even the fact that the news is reporting that it's been confirmed that that was Samantha that came out of the river, police have, the families confirmed it. Technically, the police have not confirmed it at this point. So, I mean, could that be a rumor? Sure, yeah, absolutely. That could turn into, and that's why I keep saying it's not confirmed. You live 40 minutes away. It is heartbreaking in the docks, yeah. Dax, in the Dax. Um, it is a lot, and it's really unfortunate, sad. Her mother was struggling really bad, had to move out of state to go be with other family because it's just been so horrible. And she's got a younger brother as well that's been affected by this. The younger brother is the one that called friends to see, hey, were you with her? Did you see her? And ended up calling the ex boyfriend and he said, yes, I did see her last night. And so, yeah, the younger brother, he's involved, probably more intimately than he should at his age, but it's very thankful for him, for getting some answers of kind of what was going on and what happened. She did, gas rambling. Yep, yep. While they were searching for her, she did. Yep. She was all by herself, struggling, like the depression, the thoughts of will I ever see my daughter again? What happened to her? Has she been a victim of um, foul play? I mean, you kind of you kind of can tell when what police are doing. They're searching the river. Like, they weren't searching around Schenectady. They weren't even asking for the public's help in finding her. They were doing searches in the river, on the river, for her. I mean, that kind of tells anybody that's got some common sense that they believe she's in the river. Well, it's winter. It is very, very cold, and the water is extremely cold. And her jacket was found, right? That's not good. I mean, and that's what I said from the very beginning. Like, who would? No, nobody's gonna take their jacket off in the temperatures. You're just not. And so, yeah, it's been very grim for the mom. Did she come back yet? I don't know if she has returned. I don't know. I'm not positive. I'm not positive on that. Grandpa didn't help with that. Right, right. There were some struggles with the grandpa and the grandma. They had taken in both Samantha and her brother for a period of time. So they were very involved in going to the park and watching the searches happening and giving some interviews. And the mother had a GoFundMe put out, and it's because she's going to be out of work, right? She's not able to work. She is like completely devastated by this, and so she's unable to work. And anyway, they also were looking maybe for a private investigator. Well, the grandfather came out and said he was not in agreement with that. He did not approve of it, and he didn't think people should donate. And then shortly after that, he did come back out to the press and say, "I apologize. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that." And the reason he did, right, is because he is uh, past not law enforcement, like a search and rescue, something in that same field. And so he felt like the law enforcement, like, they were doing a great job, and why would you kind of undermine them by getting a private investigator? And and so anyway, he apologized and he said, I'm sorry. If she feels that, like, this is what she needs, then I support her, and I hope that the public will support her and will donate and will help out. And so he did retract it. Um, So did she live with the not at the time of going missing, no. She previously had, but at the time of going missing, she was living with her mom. Um, well, mm, yeah, I mean, other people have the same questions too. Like, is it possible that whoever the convicted felon is, did they possibly see her going to meet him and meet up? I personally, my biggest question on that is it possible that the convicted felon has some type of relation or connection to not only just her, but maybe even only or also to the ex-boyfriend? Um, she had reported that the ex was abusive. She reported it to counselors. She reported it to teachers, her mother, or her grandparents, right? She had told people that he had been abusive. And so to know when I first found out she went to go meet her ex at that time of night, she didn't return, and the jacket was found, and it appears to be possibly blood, which again, we don't know. The police have not spoken on this, right? There's a lot that the police haven't spoken on, but in order to keep her story out there and keep this case from going completely dark, what's being stated by her family to have been, yes, there was DNA found on it, right? Or yes, that was her that was pulled from the river. Um, these type of things not confirmed by police. So, I mean, if you want to speak on, that's how rumors get started. Well, you could very easily call everything about the jacket rumor. You could say everything about her possibly being the one pulled from the river rumor. Comes from family, but family's not putting that out there themselves. They're not typing it up and posting it on their own social media for us to see. It's being stated to others or to other media outlet and then put out, right? So, and let me show you. I don't know if pictures come up of her, but this is her. Since we're speaking on her, right? I better show you guys. That's sad that the mom had to leave, not knowing where her daughter was. It's heartbreaking. They celebrated her birthday. They did celebrate her birthday when it came. That was actually the most recent thing that I covered on her, was them celebrating that. And the day before a body was found, they had just announced that they were planning for the family. Everybody was coming, and they were all going to do a search for multiple days, maybe even weeks in April, that they were going to search for her, a big search party. So that's really heartbreaking. Breaking my brain trying to remember the names. So you remember the mother who lived in that house for over 30 years after her son went missing. He was found inside of the wall 2 houses down. Oh my gosh. I hope they say more Monday too. Me too. And that's why I said, like, the police are probably not, maybe, I don't know. Okay, I can't say what they're going to do or not. I have no idea. But I would not be surprised if they do not give very detailed information, because I'm going to go with this is likely homicide. Unless you all think that she would put herself in a shopping cart and roll herself out into the river in the cold without her jacket. I just like that doesn't make any sense, right? And so I'm really like scared that this is homicide. Of It's sad, yeah, it's freaking really heartbreaking. Um, and then obviously, like, why, for what reason, right? Um, Another thing stated. You know what? Here, I'll actually play that. So that's not coming from me, like me being the actually none of this is coming from me, but here, let me play this for you. I don't think there's a pause on there, is there? Let me see. Oh, there's commercial. Maybe there will be a pause on this. So this is gonna be an interview with Dan Levy, however you would pronounce the last name, because I've heard it both ways at this point. He is the reporter that has been on this case and covering it and keeping her out there this entire time. He has done so good. I've really appreciated his reporting. Okay. Oh, cool. There is a pause. All right. So this is a 13-minute, 27-second. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. We got another commercial. This is a 13-minute, 27 seconds of a, it's an interview with him, but it's done in like a podcast format, right? So he says, sorry, this is like screaming in my ear. You love him too? Yeah. Even he states that it's just information that's been given to him, right? And I will say, back to since I started to relay some of that before being said that that's how rumors get started. And so let me give my opinion on that part right there. Do I believe that her mom and her grandma are responsible? No. No, I don't. Did they kick her out? I don't know. I don't know. No idea. Not I don't know. Not my business. I don't know the family like that. So I'm gonna go with probably not, being that she left her mother's home that night. So that's probably true. I would imagine. Unless they're trying to say the mom kicked her out right that night, that exact night. I don't know about all that. Man, that's really pushing it. Either way, and who really cares about the skin color of if somebody were skin color is out of the point, so I really don't care about that either. So let's take that part away. But it was stated, maybe, at least according to that guy, that it's supposedly, right? Ready? Not a fact. No facts here. Ready? Set. Possibly that she was pregnant. I don't know if she was or not. Please don't assume that she was and run with it. Please don't do that, please. Because again, you're putting that on a 14-year-old, right? Do we know that it happens? Sure, it's yes, we've seen it. We have seen it. So it's a possibility. But do we know it as a fact? No, we don't. We do not know that. But my question, my point, and why I even mentioned that, because I never would for any other reason, is it possible that if that was true, that could have been part of the motive? Could that be why? Again, I don't even know. This is just me brainstorming. That's it. This is no fact in this at all. Question about, was the ex boyfriend have any connection to the felon, the convicted felon? Say if they did know each other, was it possible that the ex boyfriend was told? If she was, and um, asked for the help of this other person, right? We have no idea. Again, please don't run with that. Like, that's literally nothing more than my own thoughts coming out. That's it. That is me questioning. And I don't typically tell you guys what I think. I don't, because of like that right there. Like, that's how rumors get started. Well, I also am a human. I do have like thoughts, questions, trying to understand something. But I'm not putting it out irresponsibly in a way where I am saying that it's true. And I've heard this, and then, well, yeah, it's been said, so it must be a fact. No, 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 no. It's absolutely not. We don't know until more information comes out. And furthermore, the woman that has been helping the family, giving them support this entire time, being there for them, so close to them that she's practically like considers their friends for sure. Ever since a body has been found, right, that supposedly is confirmed to be Samantha's, she's been being attacked by. Um, she is being attacked by, I guess, the other side of the family. I don't know who that means. If that means like if she's helping the mom, the dad is, or the, like, I don't know. Again, I don't know. Just what she said. She didn't go in detail, but she did say she's backing off. She's taking herself right out of the situation. She don't want any part of it because they're threatening to take legal action, and she hasn't said anything that would jeopardize the case. Nothing. But she's backing out on it, and to protect herself, and one, to not be involved with the whole situation. I can't blame her. I can't blame her at all. Right? She's the one that put out that the family had asked her to relay the message, like, that, yeah, that it was her. So again, this tonight, this is nothing of me saying, all right, here's the facts, folks. This is what we got for you. It's confirmed X, Y, and Z. No, none of this is. I'm just giving a heads up on this information because Monday, possibly at the soonest, is the press conference. And I would like everyone to be kind of prepared. Please be prepared. I don't know what will get said. I don't know how much information they'll give. No idea. What interviews will be done after that? I don't know. But I do care. I do care about her. Um, yeah, I've this is one of the cases that I've been really close to, and um, yeah, it definitely weighs on me. And so, prior to the press conference coming out, I don't want to hear, everyone end up being like completely shocked. And I mean, but anyway, I'm playing this. So, hey, welcome back. So, what you're telling us is all indisputable. Yeah, yeah. You agree, Magenta? Thank you. You had seen anyone else doing the case? I have since, like, I covered it. Nobody was initially. No, they weren't. And then, possible that they saw that I had covered it, and then they looked into it and was like, "Whoa!" Right? Because that's really alarming. A 14-year-old goes out to meet an ex-abusive boyfriend that late at night, and then never returns home again. And then, right, boop, then you see pictures of that jacket. I mean, yeah. So there are, I think, a few people on it now too. So I'm glad that you could hear about it. Um, if I think of more of the details of this case, I will let you know. But yeah, it's weighed really heavy on the grandparents and yeah, the missing live stream. Okay, I like them. You put them in like a recommendations or something one day. Is that the? It's a gentleman and a wife. They sit on the couch. Is that them? Yes, like that's how I know. Like Avery, she's covering it. She's also covering it. They are adorable old people. Okay, I figured it was them. No, she hasn't spoke out. You've got the lady that was trying to help this entire time that's backed off and said that they're taking themselves out of the situation because they're being threatened and they don't want to be in the middle of it. So they've backed themselves right out of it now. And then you've got what was this even connected to? Oh, I think it was just I don't even know. How was this connected? Let me look again at the thing that we clicked on earlier. Whoa, that's a long ways away. All right, view post. Okay, so the post was put out and they just shared the DNA on a jacket as a match. And that's how and they said her name, right? And that was when you put in the search under her name, that's what came up, all of that information. But again, you know, you don't know. We don't know. Like I said, that person may absolutely have an agenda to try to protect somebody else, or have an agenda against somebody in her family. So that's why I preface this the entire thing that none of it is no, no. And like I said, I don't put out rumors, and so I have made it very very clear that these things are unknown at this point. And so if anybody takes any of this and runs, I heard, da, 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 da," like that's on that person. That person is then doing the rumor because I'm telling you, it is not confirmed.
So the huge story of the day is the developments we had in the Mohawk River yesterday, and it's the sad, really ultimately inevitable outcome. I mean, I think this was what we all thought might happen in this case. The question was when, and when was yesterday. Samantha Humphrey's body found. the man who has been covering this story from the get-go and has done fantastic work on it. News Channel 13 TV journalist and crime reporter Dan Levy. He joins us live right now on WGY Mornings. Hey, Dan.
Doug, good morning. Good to be with you.
So I don't know, around 2:30 was when the chief said he got the call yesterday. I don't know when you first had a text on your phone or whatever it was that alerted you, but when you got that, did you immediately think this is it?
Absolutely. Got there, 20 minutes after we heard that a body was possibly located. But at first, we saw a state police airboat show up underneath the railroad bridge, search for a couple of minutes, and then drive away. And so we were wondering, hey, is this just another false sighting? But then, within a matter of minutes, we received word that, yeah, a body had actually been retrieved. So we knew that was the real thing. It was kind of puzzling, knowing that there had been such massive searches of the entire length of the Mohawk, from the stockade in Schenectady all the way down to the confluence of the Hudson River and Cohoes over the last 3 months. And here it is. They find this body right in the spot where police believe Samantha fell in or was pushed in, or however she got there, almost 3 months ago.
So that was a question a group of us had last night where I was, that, they searched and they've had helicopters over and they've had boats and they've had divers. How could they not have found this body before? But as I was telling people last night, as a guy who's interested in true crime and have read and studied this stuff a little bit, this happens a lot more often than you think. Sometimes the stuff's right under your nose and you don't see it.
It is so perplexing. And I have to tell you that a friend of mine brought me out on the river, and we were searching that exact spot. The boat was right there where the body was retrieved. Over the last 3 months, we have seen police divers in that very spot, and nobody saw the body. Now, as I reported exclusively yesterday, the body was retrieved in a shopping cart. Police have not confirmed that. Multiple sources, though, have told me that the body was indeed in a shopping cart. And I guess that would explain why, despite the rapid current of the river, the body that was there never went further downstream.
And even him, right? Me playing what he has had to say. Like I said, he's been great from the beginning. He has done a fantastic job reporting. And even he says it's not been confirmed by the police, right? So, yes, he's doing responsible reporting as well. But that is horrific. Absolutely horrific. I agree, Avery. I totally agree. Yep. Yeah, I agree. Oh, you found the community post on it? Cool, good. Good. Does it kind of make, a shopping cart? Like, are you stinking kidding me? That is heartbreaking. Like, what? You kidding me? And that's why I'm just like, I'm sorry, but again, I don't really give my opinions a lot. I don't. I mean, dang, I'm like giving prefaces. This is earlier, like this is preface, don't know if it's true, but it's just a possible motive, maybe possibly, and it's not like I came up with that. It's not like I'm over here being like, ooh, maybe she was, and right, like no, it came from somebody else online. I was letting y'all know, whatever, and it turns into like, oh, this is how rumors get started. Well, no, and so he's even saying the same thing, right? Like it was stated. But again, all of this, him nor myself are saying is a fact, Jet. And when the police do speak, I don't know how detailed they will be. But yes, I do not really give my opinion because my opinion isn't a fact, right? It's just an opinion. Everybody's got one. Y'all don't care what mine is. I let y'all have your opinions, and that's good. We're good. We're great. But yeah, I mean, with this one, whew, boy. Like I said, I don't want any finger pointing. It's just a discussion, not a fact. Right, exactly. I'm glad that you understand. Thank you. I love your opinion. Thank you. Yeah, it's just like he was no, she said he was abusive. He was the last one that had seen her, and he said that she bit him. And then you see some blood on her jacket. And I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure she wasn't just walking around biting people because they were kind to her, right? You got to think if she was able to get a hold of his arm or his hand area, um, that meant he was in very close proximity and not only close to her body, but his arm and hand were very close to her mouth. Again, this isn't a fact. I don't know what happened. I don't know. But I worry. Was he possibly choking her out? Was he possibly trying to smother her mouth? Those would be two reasons. They're not facts. They would be two thoughts I have of possibly how he could have gotten a bite mark from her. He's probably had his hand over her mouth. Right, 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 right. So again, these are only my where my brain kind of goes as thoughts, but that's all. Reading your mind. Yeah, it's bad, and ultimately, like I said, I mean, we didn't know what happened this whole time. I was a little worried about the boyfriend the whole time, but wasn't gonna say nothing. Kind of let it go. But man, sorry if she really was in a shopping cart. As I stated already, she did not put herself in a shopping cart, take her jacket off, and roll herself in the river in the end of November in New York State. There's no way. She didn't do it. Somebody did this to her. And I want there to be justice. I want her to get the justice she deserves because she was innocent and she didn't deserve to lose her life. I don't care what time of night it was. I don't care if they were getting an argument. I don't care. There is no reason ever. Well, unless you're if you're like a pedophile or, you know, sexually abused young children or women and whatnot. Yeah, well, or men, boys, little boys. Me, and I got an opinion on that. But outside of that, no, I don't think that anybody deserves to be killed, right? No. With blood on a jacket, right. Um, the bite mark, I've heard both on, did anybody answer that? No, they haven't named him. Have they named the boyfriend? Yeah, no, he's a minor and they have not said his name. Nobody. See, and she wanted to hire the PI long ago, but the grandparents were saying that she was overreacting, right? Yep. And then they came out and did the report that they take it back and it's okay if she gets one and we support it and the public please support the GoFundMe. But at that point, so much the damage was done. I have had so many people on every stream I've covered mention that the grandparents were against it because they never heard the part where they came out. It said that they were for it again and that they were sorry and if she feels she needs that, then we support it. So yeah, unfortunately, when stuff goes out, it's sometimes those same people don't hear what follows after, um, or even his arm around her neck. Right. Hmm. Yeah. Again, it just makes sense. I don't know. I mean, or it's that he's standing there outside of her comfort zone, my zone right here, my person, my body. He's standing outside of it with his arms down at his side or cross or whatever, and there's no argument, no disagreement, no physical anything. You think she would just lunge forward and bite onto him? I'm thinking obviously something physical occurred for him to get the bite. And then now you find out that it's quite possible, we don't know for sure, that was her pulled from the river. Her family says it was. But again, if we're going off police, well, no, the police haven't confirmed that yet. And what I was going to say is I don't know how much info the police are going to give because I feel like they're going to say it has been ruled, homicide or whatever. But they're going to say that it's a criminal investigation and that they don't want to risk it in any way, and so they're going to keep those details to themselves. So that's why I'm saying it's reported that she was strapped down or tied down. I don't know that the police are going to tell us that. I don't know. I don't know that they would. We don't know where the bite was. Boyfriend did say Shabam. Right. I did hear some statements that it was supposedly the arm or the hand. I've heard both, right? That it was the forearm area and that it was his hand wrist location. Those are the main places that I've heard. You haven't heard the strap down thing? Oh my gosh, Avery. Bleh. Yeah, it's freaking awful. But again, we don't know. We don't know. All right, I pulled it back a little bit because
So this
was right there where the body was retrieved. Over the last 3 months, we have seen police divers in that very spot, and nobody saw the body. Now, as I reported exclusively yesterday, the body was retrieved in a shopping cart. Police have not confirmed that. Multiple sources, though, have told me that the body was indeed in a shopping cart, and I guess that would explain why, despite the rapid current of the river, the body that was there never went further downstream.
So this is going to be uncomfortable in part for the audience, also for you, Dan, and anything you can or can't say. Obviously, you're a pro and you know this better than I do. Just ignore me if need be. But was the body in the cart to the best of your knowledge? Did it wash up against the cart? Like, do we know? I'm just trying to get a gauge of, if the body was in the cart, then I feel like somebody put her there and somebody pushed her over. If the body washed up against the cart and then got stuck there, that's a different thing.
Well, according to two sources who saw the body, the body was inside the shopping cart in a fetal position. These people who saw the body tell me they believe it looked like the body was tied to the shopping cart. I haven't been able to confirm that with police or anyone else. That's what they tell me it looked like.
And so the reason, for a couple of reasons, but one would be that weight then would go to the bottom, and it may have been there for a time. We don't even know. Was it lodged against like a giant rock, a part of a bridge, a structure? Like, did it get stuck that way? Do we know?
All good questions. I can tell you at the time the body was first discovered around 2:30 yesterday afternoon, sources tell me that these fishermen spotted the head bobbing in the water. And when they got closer, and this was about 6 feet from shore, this is, in the stockade in Riverside Park, a place where many people walk every day. And for some reason, this is the time when part of the body came through the surface of the water.
And Dan, Dan Levy from News Channel 13 joins us live on WGYM. You look out your window right now. If you're not in your car, we see all the snow that's out there. We know the cold that's coming. And I think all of us think, if that didn't happen yesterday, it may have been months further or maybe never. I mean, it is one of those things where there was a very small window there and it did happen.
Oh, no question about it. There are large chunks of ice that had formed on the river that, because of the warmer temperatures, had broken up and they were piled up on the shore. Now, police have been very persistent. There have been massive searches for the last 3 months, all up and down that river. And, the folks were telling me, look, when this river freezes up, our search efforts are over until the spring. Well, as we all know, it's been a very mild winter so far, and there have been searches. I've spoken with private citizens, fishermen who have been out on that river almost every day, almost every weekend. Of course, most of the search is concentrated downstream because virtually no one thought that the spot where police believe Samantha went into that river is the spot where she would still be today. Let me also point out that police have not absolutely confirmed the identity. There's an autopsy scheduled for today. I did have a chance to speak with Schenectady Police Chief Eric Clifford yesterday, who told me he doesn't want to make the connection just yet to the Humphrey family, although he did acknowledge that is what everybody is thinking right now.
I guess this is a question more for a forensics guy, but you've covered a lot of cases over your great career, Dan. Was it your understanding or the people that had seen the body that there might be evidence there that could be, or your information that could be gleaned from it, or has too much damage been done to that body over the months in the river?
All right. Well, the folks I spoke with clearly are not criminologists. They told me the body was that of a young girl. And the police chief said it appears as if it had been there for a while. What we know about the disappearance of Samantha Humphrey, as we've been reporting for the last 3 months, she met up with an ex-boyfriend on November 25th, the day after Thanksgiving. She hasn't been seen or heard from since. In the days following her disappearance, Samantha's jacket was discovered on the shore. It's a pink jacket with a fluffy collar. And, you know, I've been speaking with Jacqueline Humphrey, Samantha's mother, for the last 3 months, and she did confirm that that jacket was her daughter's. And I've also reported that police have discovered 3 sets of DNA on that jacket, including the DNA of a convicted felon. Police would not elaborate on that, but that's the information they have to go with now. And you know, I suspect they'll start to put everything together once there's an autopsy done, scheduled for later today.
You needn't comment on rumors insofar as you don't want to, Dan, but there is a lot of scuttlebutt that there is a person who may indeed already be behind bars for something unrelated that may be the person responsible for this. None of us know, obviously, but is that something in the circles? Is that something on the shore yesterday that people were talking about?
I think yesterday, the day the body's discovered, people were just, experiencing a hellish, harrowing, heartbreaking experience. You know, the words that come to mind: finality, closure, and ultimately justice. And, you know, it's times like this when you wonder which of those words will actually be realized. It's such a difficult ordeal for the family, as we all know. And yeah, there are rumors coming in from many different directions. You don't know which ones to believe. Police have really been tight-lipped, not wanting to taint this investigation. You know, I suspect we'll find out in the coming days. I would expect, I believe Chief Clifford mentioned that there's a good likelihood that there will be a news conference later today, at which time we hope to find out more information.
You know, just speak to Chief Clifford for a second, if you could. This is a guy who's had a lot of pressure on him, his department and surrounding areas that have been helping in this investigation. When I saw him yesterday on TV, I didn't think that he looked like the weight of the world had been off his shoulders. He looked like a guy who was still just business-like, workman-like, doing his job, and this was the next step in it. I was impressed with him for what it's worth.
I agree, Doug. He's in a very difficult spot. He was well aware of the rumors. He was well aware of what people have been reporting. And, you know, he's a professional. He knows there are certain things that he cannot say, that he cannot reveal, so as not to jeopardize the investigation.
There's been a lot of people, and I know you said you'd spoken to the mother many times. I know she was, especially initially, very hopeful and optimistic that there might be a different outcome here. The grandfather in this case was never that. And there'd been these two sort of factions as to what the approach was and what the thought process was. Closure is a word, as you mentioned earlier, but also just the heart goes out to all of these people wherever they were on what they thought the outcome might be. It's just gut-wrenching, and with all this speculation floating around as well, I think that's what kind of makes this case a little bit more unique and makes it stand out more than others.
What came to mind, Doug, for me was this was one of the most high-profile missing persons cases in Capital Region history, and I've been involved in many of them, going all the way back to Karen Wilson, Suzanne Lyle, Jalique Rainwalker, Craig Spear, and even Audrey Mae Herron. And I know there are many, many others who are missing. Just so happens, this is the first time in a long time that a missing person's body has been discovered. It took 3 months, but this is going to be so helpful in police going forward and finding out exactly what happened to this young girl. Look, assuming that it's her. We just have to reiterate that police have not absolutely confirmed the identity, but in following social media, there appear to be friends and family members who have confirmed the identity.
Dan Levy, I know it was a long and late day for you yesterday, and I asked you to get up early and share with us what you could. I really appreciate you this morning. And as I said last time, if you're not following him on Twitter, yesterday was the perfect example of why you have to. You had stuff that nobody else had, and you were sharing it with us. Really appreciate the reporting and taking the time this morning.
Oh, it's my pleasure to be with you, Doug. Anytime. Thanks.
Dan Levy, News Channel 13 TV journalist, live right here on WGY.
Leftovers. Or the DMV.
All right, let me turn that volume up on that. So is everybody okay? Is everyone all right from that? I hope so. I hope everyone's doing all right. That was like not easy to hear, right? It was not easy. Yeah, it's really not. I am glad she is at least found and not still in a situation alone in the cold. Absolutely. And they can, it's a form of closure, right? It's something. And that's what her mom has been saying. Like, I just want to be like, I mean, I say this all the time, that place of limbo. I mean, that's the word that I always put on it because I just don't know what else is to describe it better. It's limbo. They are stuck in this time frame where they don't know what direction to go, and it messes with their mind and it messes with their heart, because do they grieve? Do they lay it to rest? They can't. They love them. So they always have that little speck of hope that they're going to see them again and they're going to get them back. And if they're not going to and something has happened to them, they deserve justice. They deserve the justice. And so, yeah, they don't know what to do. Are we looking for somebody that's alive? Are they out walking around on the street? Are they in danger? Is somebody holding them captive and doing awful things to them? Or, I mean, their minds go to all these different places as possibilities, and they can't do anything about it because they don't know which way to go. They don't know what's happening. They can't, like, you've got police out there trying to find them, and the public, and you're trying to get the word out, and it's very hard. It's so hard. It is the worst place, and it is some relief to an extent when they are able to locate them, because at that point their loved one had already lost their life, but they're thankful they have them now, that they can lay them to rest, and that they know exactly where they're located, right? Either the ashes, to have them with them all the time, or in their home, still with them in the dining room when they have meals, or in the living room when they're watching TV, or wherever the main room was, or whatever speaks to them. We're at a cemetery with a beautiful stone, and so that does bring a lot of closure to them. But then you've got the second, right? If whether it was an accident or if it was something done upon their loved one. And if somebody's responsible for that, they should be held accountable. And everybody, I think, should be furious. Everyone should. Because just imagine you lose your loved one at the hands of somebody else. You wouldn't want justice? Wouldn't you be angry? Wouldn't you be upset? I mean, for me, I've got a big thing about justice. Big, big, big. I feel like if somebody commits any kind of wrongdoing, they should own up to it and they should be held responsible for it. All the way small down to like a little, they took the last cookie, and mom baked them, and mom asked that everyone save that last cookie for her. She's the one that was making them all. And it's one of the kids sneaks in and takes the cookie. Who took it? I feel like that starting as children, that they should own up, that it's say, I did it. I did it. And then apologize, right? I'm sorry. They should know when to feel bad, and feel remorse, and recognize they did wrong. And then they have the consequence. And as a parent, the parent is going to give them some type of consequence for going against them and stealing as well as doing something they were told not to do. And I feel like if children are taught that young and do own up, it does reflect into the future as adults. But I'll tell you, then you got the ones that go out and do these mass shootings, and their answer is, well, they're going to take their own life because they don't want to have the response. They don't want to be responsible. They don't want to have the consequence of what they've done, their action. And it infuriates me so bad. Oh my gosh, it makes me so bad. Makes me so mad. I mean, I'm sure the world's not really technically missing out on I mean, they're a mess. They're horrific what they've done. But I want them to stick around and own up. Be, be responsible. So let me show you. Is this what I'm gonna? No. Well, you guys had seen. Why is this changed to view? Here we go. I had shown last time. Hello, button. I pushed you. No. No. Okay. Um. There we go. I had shown you all that. Here, let me bring you over real quick for anybody that wasn't here. Oh, let me take this down. Oh, and let me bring this up for you. Just for an idea for anybody that maybe needs a reminder or hadn't seen it, hadn't been here, right? Because I know some of you are just learning about it tonight. And so this is the Mohawk River, and then we're in Schenectady here. And Riverside Park is the park that she had entered right down here. It's the park that she went into. Here's like at this area, they've got like I don't even know what it is because I'm not that smart. I don't know. I don't even actually know. It could be a really large magnifying, like I'm not even thinking the word of what it is, or it's like a bomb. I think it's like a bomb. Back in the day, you load the not a bomb, but I don't know. My words, they're hard apparently. Anyway, it's right here at the center, and then they've got fences and stuff, and anyway, so what I'm showing you is this is the Riverside Park, and the bridge is right here. This is the railroad bridge that goes across the Mohawk River. And it's stated, again, we don't know yet, but from reports of people that were there, that apparently the shopping cart, if it was true, and or the body that was located was underneath. Now I don't know if it was directly under it, or if it was like right around it. I don't know, but it did get passed on that it was found here underneath this bridge. So, little idea of the area and the fact that you would expect by now that it would have drifted further. And so that's what Dan was mentioning, that everybody was shocked to realize that if it's her, that she was found here this close up. But it makes sense, obviously, if you consider if she was in a car and strapped, that would have weighed her down. So that would make sense. So this here article came out on the 23rd. And so I'm just kind of giving you stuff because I covered it the first day there. But this would be after. Now, I don't know if they've updated the video. We're about to give it a whirl and find out. Not the answer that they hoped for, but know that she is not suffering. They will suffer to come to terms with this. Absolutely right. Yeah. It's like never the answer. Nobody wants to lose your loved one ever, even to an accident, right? It's like it was just an accident. There's no one to blame. But you don't want them to be gone. You don't want them to be gone. You love them. You want more time with them. And then it's just even more insult if it does happen to be at the hands of someone else that had no right to take another's life. I mean, especially a 14-year-old young, she's young, girl, young teenager. As I said, there's nothing that there's nothing that she could have done that would have been deserving. Never. So let's play this and see. Might be
From the beginning, we
telling you, I gotta switch back to my Google Chrome. Oh, I've got to get it working again. These commercials are crazy. Okay.
Schenectady police are offering a time frame on when we can expect the autopsy results from a body that was discovered in the Mohawk River. The results of the autopsy of that body will not be revealed until Monday afternoon, we're told, at the earliest, according to police now. According to Schenectady Police Chief Eric Clifford, the body was found around 2:30 yesterday by someone who was fishing on the side of the river.
Brown's Brewing Company.
And you heard actually when Dan was talking, he was talking the day following, and so it was Wednesday that they found the person, and then he was talking Thursday, and he even said like, "Oh yeah, press conference is going to be happening sometime today." Same here. I was waiting for this press conference and waiting for it and checking and rechecking, and it never happened. And then nothing even got put out saying like, just kidding, it's not going to be today, really, you know. But then we did find out that the autopsy was complete. It was done, but that the police said that they were not going to speak on it at all to anyone until Monday afternoon at the earliest. And so, well, that puts me in the waiting game of, like I said, Monday, trying to just kind of keep an eye out and see if there's any, because I mean, I even asked Dan on Thursday if he knew anything about the press conference, and we didn't know anything. And so, yeah, it's going to be a big, big deal hearing what they have to say. Thank you so much for your prayers, and thank you for caring. Thank you so much. Thank you, Avery. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, let's play this one here again. So this one was published the 23rd and updated the 24th. And it's here talking about autopsies been performed on the body, right? So results won't be made public until at least Monday, say the police. However, family members on social media said that it's Samantha. When a crap day becomes an even more terrible day, but at least now there is closure of sorts. We've all dreaded this day, and here it is, a family member wrote in a Facebook post. And then this is Dan's post. Breaking news, family members of Samantha Humphrey tell me she, quote, was prepared for this day when Sam would be found and acknowledge as obviously she didn't tie herself up in a shopping cart and sink herself. It is almost certainly a homicide. Listen, I absolutely cannot agree more. Like, it made me feel, a little better to hear her mom has the same thought, right? I mean, that was my first thing when I heard it. I'm like, what? Oh my goodness. No, no, no. Yeah. Life is so unfair. Yeah. Sometimes it's, and you know what else? It tends to be unfair to the kindest people. The most, not that everybody's innocent, obviously. I know the whole like we all sin and stuff, right? But the more pure, when I say innocent, I mean that the more pure and gentle and um, their heart is pure, right? A lot of devastation and unfairness tends to happen to those kind of people, and I don't know what it is about it, but it's awful. It's awful. I mean, it's something that I used to struggle real bad with. At times I still do, like the case of Kamari. Kamari, little girl, horrific situation for anybody that doesn't know it. Without going too into detail, basically her father had custody of her. He allowed a night for the biological mother to have her. And well, the next morning, she's calling the cops saying like, "Oh, daughter's missing. I don't know. The door was wide open. Oh, she got ran away, got stolen." Right? No, no, nope. What happened was she sold her daughter to her drug dealer and was at least had the knowledge. Don't know if she watched. I don't know. Don't know. But she has charges similar, consistent with his, for child pornography, right? And anyway, he recorded 30 minutes from you. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Avery, that one messed me up so bad. Mm-mm. That case was straight awful. Yeah. Yeah. When the police were giving the press conference, I obviously mute. I was sobbing because this little girl, awful. He did awful, sexual, horrible things to her and recorded it and took her life. And the mother knew about it. Yeah, the mom sold her. Like, what a freaking pile of trash, man. And I knew it. But again, I don't publicly come out and say what I'm thinking. I don't like to point fingers because you could be wrong. And I don't want to accuse an innocent person of anything, especially something so horrific as that. But I'll tell you what, her interview, that lady was so full of garbage. And I knew it. I could see it. I was looking in her eyes. I'm like, you're a liar. You know what happened. You lie. You lie. And she did. She lied. She completely lied. Played a whole win-win story, and no, she sold her own daughter. Like, what kind of monster does that? It's disgusting. And yeah, that was freaking awful. And since then, I mean, he's being investigated for all these other things. He is up. It's capital murder, and they're investigating his 1-month-old when he in Alaska lost its life. So they're reopened that. They're looking into that to see what happened. But he's been hit with other charges as well for like other people. And oh, it's terrible. It's so terrible. But I read a report after trigger warning stating that he broke all of her limbs were broken, which like I don't know, but I picture the whole. I just my heart. I can't. She broke my heart into pieces. That one. That's awful. So again, why do people like him? Like, stuff doesn't happen to people like him, you know? Like, the true monsters of the world, nothing's happening to them. But yeah, you get these gentle, good-hearted people, and yeah, they do go through a lot of tragedy. Hey, just saying, I see you over there. I'm a little confused too. Guess I'll check out Burden of Proof. Okay, yeah, you can head over. I'll see you over here when you get over. Was on the news donating toys, exactly. In honor. Yeah, she's sick. I agree. Ugh. Like, what? Oh my gosh, a woman. I can't. Either of them. Some terrible human beings right there. I mean, jeepers. All right, let's do this. Maybe there's a commercial again.
It's time to gather around the table together and bring back Sunday supper. We need to set aside.
After 3 long months and many square miles of searching, family says tonight it appears Samantha Humphrey has been found.
The young girl from Schenectady police have been looking for since Thanksgiving has apparently been in the place where she went missing all along.
14-year-old Samantha Humphrey last seen at Riverside Park in Schenectady's Stockade neighborhood, which is where fishermen made the gruesome discovery yesterday afternoon.
Dan Levy has been following this story since it began to unfold. He joins us live in Riverside Park with the latest developments. Dan, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mark. Good afternoon, Rachel. The autopsy on the body retrieved from the Mohawk River near where I'm standing just 24 hours ago has now been completed. Schenectady police told me just moments ago results of that autopsy will not be available until next Monday afternoon at the earliest. Up until now, police have not publicly confirmed the identity of the body, but several of Samantha Humphrey's family members that I've spoken with today have told me they've been told the search for Samantha is over. As I reported yesterday, a pair of fishermen spotted a head bobbing in the Mohawk around 2:30 Wednesday afternoon near the railroad bridge at Riverside Park. Sources tell me the body appeared to be tethered to a shopping cart. Police would not confirm that information either. A family member told me today, obviously, she didn't tie herself up in a shopping cart and sink herself, concluding it is almost certainly a homicide. Another family member posted on Facebook, this is when a blank day becomes an even more terrible day. Adding to that, at least now there is closure of sorts. We've all dreaded this day, and here it is. 14-year-old Samantha Humphrey left home for the last time the night after Thanksgiving on November 25th. She was headed to Riverside Park in Schenectady to meet up with an ex-boyfriend. There have been many massive search efforts along the Mohawk over the past 3 months. Samantha's 15th birthday has come and gone, and now police hope to be able to use the evidence gathered from an autopsy to figure out how Samantha wound up at the bottom of the Mohawk and who's responsible. Family members tell me they are grateful for some degree of closure, but now they'd like to see justice. Yellow crime scene tape remains up here at Riverside Park. There is a police officer who is standing guard. Just received another message from another family member who tells me that she is absolutely heartbroken and, quote, "We are currently experiencing a disaster." And again, the autopsy has been completed. Results expected next Monday at the earliest. Live in Schenectady with coverage you can trust. Dan Levy, News Channel 13. Mark and Rachel, back to you.
Dan, thank you so much. A sad update there.
Yeah, we are expecting, like, how devastating. Oh my gosh. Did I pull us down through this one again? I don't recall. But yeah, these are things by him. Okay, so let me grab you and put you over here on this one with me. And then after this one, there is another, like, interview with him. It's a different kind of setup, different kind of setup. But he is sitting down, Dan is sitting down and speaking. This one comes from the 23rd, just to kind of give a reference time frame for you guys.
We continue to follow breaking news. An autopsy is being done on a body that was found in the Mohawk River yesterday. This is the same area where missing Schenectady teenager Samantha Humphrey was last seen. Dan Levy is joining us live with the latest on this investigation. Dan, you're in the area where this search is being conducted. This body was found. You've been with this story since the beginning. What's the latest here?
Well, Stella, good afternoon. It has now been roughly 20 and a half hours since state police divers retrieved a body from the Mohawk River not far from where I'm standing right now. And even though Schenectady police have not yet identified that body, it appears that family members of Samantha Humphrey have posted messages on social media indicating that they are beginning to come to grips with the reality that the long 3-month search for Samantha is finally over. Take a look at the posts that we're seeing on social media. When a blank day becomes an even more terrible day is what one of Samantha's relatives posted on Facebook, going on to say, but at least now there is closure of sorts. We have all dreaded this day, and here it is. At this point, Schenectady Police Chief Eric Clifford will only confirm that a body was pulled from the river. He says he cannot confirm who it is, but it appears the body had been there for a while. News Channel 13 has learned through sources that the body was found in a shopping cart, although police would not confirm that detail. 14-year-old Samantha Humphrey, a freshman at Schenectady High School, left her house around 11 o'clock at night back on November 25th. Family members told me she had plans to meet up with an ex-boyfriend at Riverside Park that night. She hadn't been seen or heard from for 3 months, while multiple police agencies conducted extensive searches of the Mohawk. And then yesterday, fishermen made that grisly, gruesome discovery. Most people believe that the autopsy results will likely confirm what everyone around here suspects, but of course that no one wanted to hear. And now it's up to police to determine who is responsible for the heartbreaking ending to this young girl's life. We will continue to post updates on our website, WNYT.com, as more information comes in. Live in Schenectady with coverage you can trust. Dan Levy, News Channel 13. Stella, back to you.
Dan, thank you. And we know you'll join us live at 4 with the latest on that investigation.
Right. He's done such a good job. I'm so thankful for him. Honestly, without that news station and without him, there'd be nothing on her. Nothing. They've done so much. 14-year-old, no way I would let her leave at night to meet. I know, but she didn't. It's not like she gave permission. You know, she didn't technically, like, let her. Yeah, she snuck out. The mom had no idea till the next day and started putting pieces together. Yeah, she snuck out. Yeah. And unfortunately, that happens in a bunch of the cases that we look into. That you know, that they snuck out, and then you should, right? I mean, a lot of them we do. It's like they basically meet up with somebody they met online, somebody they've been talking, chatting with, and things like that. And they wait till the parents go to bed, and then they leave whatever is told to leave, like leave your phone, leave your computer, don't bring any of that stuff with you, but bring your birth certificate, right? Like, ugh, and at that point, it's very concerning because you get real worried at that point that it's some type of trafficking. And even if it's not, it's just gonna stay with one person. At that point, what do you need that for? What do you? It just looks bad, 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 bad. But yeah, a lot of these teens do sneak out. Okay, so this here, I'm pretty sure I got you over here with me. This is, yeah. Okay, so this is an interview that he did. Like a little sit down. It's different. You'll see. You'll see.
Hey, everybody. Rachel Tiede here with an update on this February 23rd. Of course, we're starting with the story that everybody's talking right now, and that is Samantha Humphrey. Let me bring in Dan Levy, who's been covering this for a very long time. And Dan, talk about what happened today, because there's a pretty big development today.
Well, the development today was that the autopsy was performed. Medical examiner and police detectives now have much more information and evidence to deal with. Police told me late today that results won't be available until Monday at the very earliest, but that's pretty significant. Now, nobody's surprised that Samantha Humphrey's body was found in the Mohawk River. I think the big surprise is that she was found right where they believe she disappeared 3 months ago. Let me also stress that police are not absolutely confirming the identity of that body retrieved from the river on Wednesday afternoon. However, I have heard from 3 independent sources that it is indeed the body of Samantha.
So tell me a little bit about, I mean, you've covered this for a very long time. And so learning this today, having the family confirm that today, what was that like?
Well, it's certainly not easy. I've been speaking with family members for the last 3 months. They tell me they were preparing for this day. They never expected it would take this long to find that body, but they feel as if there's some sort of closure now. They are eternally grateful for the prayers and the thoughts and the well wishes and for the efforts of so many police and fire agencies and volunteers who helped search for Samantha since Black Friday, since the day after Thanksgiving. Now, what they'd like to see is a quick arrest, and they want to see somebody held accountable. They want to be sure somebody is locked up and pays for this crime.
Right. Is there any sort of indication of what might happen next in that investigation?
I suppose we have to wait until the results come out Monday. We have to wait and see what police have to say. We have to wait to see what District Attorney Bob Carney has to say. Is there enough information to make an arrest, or is there more investigation that needs to take place? I left the Riverside Park just a little while ago, and it is still a crime scene. There's crime scene tape up all over the place. There is a police officer on duty there. So perhaps there's more evidence that needs to be gathered.
All right. Well, Dan Levy, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us tonight. I know this is a really tough story. So
for everyone, absolutely.
Yeah, appreciate your time. Thank you. Well, let me bring in Reed Kisselback, because you have been covering the other big story of the evening, which is the weather, the snow, the ice. Everybody's dealing with that right now.
Yeah, another one.
All right, so there's a little interview, little talk that he did there, and I think, let me see. Okay. And then I'm just trying to grab something. I was in the middle of doing it, and then the video ended. I was like, oh, it's me. No, I went past it anyway, so there it is. That's nice. Yeah, when you've got just too many pictures, because it's so bad, all of them missing, and I got so many pictures, it's crazy. And so this has been, I have this as my cover photo on both the Facebook group and my Facebook. Let me see, is there any way, hang on, my brain's trying to figure this out. Trying to figure this out. Okay, hang on, if I grab this. That's not gonna work. Oh, I have an idea. Open image in new tab. That might work for us. Okay, here, you all let me know if you can get this. I'm gonna drop this link here. hoping that you guys can click on it and bam, be right there at right at it. There you go. So nice, real long link. But let me know if you click on that, does it, or are you able to click on it? Like, what is even happening? Let me know. If not, oh, there we go. Let me see. I have no, it says it's a bad URL hash, right? Is that what you got? Yeah, that's what I got too. Thinking. How else? I might have another. No, it wouldn't work that way. No. So, okay. So basically, either through my. Hi, Mono's Best. Good evening. Thank you for being here. So either on, if you're in my Discord already, I did put it in the missing area. I think I did. I'll do it for sure to make sure it's there because I can't remember right now. But it is my cover photo. So there should be like a post of it on my Facebook group and probably even on my normal one too, that you guys would be able to grab it if you would like. And you could put that as a cover photo until we can hopefully get justice for her. Because I'm telling you, if it's true that she was in a shopping cart, like, no way did she do it to herself. And she deserves the justice. Her family deserves it. Please, everyone, pray for her family, her brother, her mother, her dad, grandparents. She has so many loved ones that care. And, hope it doesn't. I mean, it's already, there's a lot of contention, there's a lot of friction, there's a lot of, already going on amongst different people in the family. So just pray for peace in all ways. And while I'm here, actually, Gannon, are you still here? If you aren't, I am going to add the update about Heidi into a video rather than going live. I'll just do a recording and upload it. You are still here? Okay. Here, let me grab that actually then. Let me drop this down. And let me see, where is she? Okay. So, because you had asked that, I want to make sure that I do show it to you and share it with you. I'm wondering at this point, what is going on? Has anybody been getting like these little notifications and like everything I click on? It's like tells me about like the cookies or I don't know what it's telling me, but I mean, I'm getting like crazy notifications on my screen every time I open anything. So Dateline Missing in America had at one point done a episode on Heidi. Not sure you've seen that. Not sure. Let me see if I can get this open. Nope, but I can drop this link. Oh, right here. Duh. Doing great. Okay, here we go. So this is Dateline's, and I'm gonna drop this with you. I think you should already be on it, right? Introducing. You might have to actually click specifically on hers. Maybe I can find it with my. Yep, right there. Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. So you just scroll down a bit. She's second from last on this one page. But I'm going to leave this. If you haven't, anybody that would be interested in hearing about it from Dateline, if you would like it, I'm going to make sure that I drop that with you. I don't know. Does it give me the date on this? I think it does. No. Sure don't. Does not. But anyway, so let me grab this. No, I don't know that this video is actually even I don't know. We'll find out together. Let's find out this together, shall we? So, major update. I don't know what this video is going to play, so we'll just see if it's going to give you the update or if this is a past video or a
Hey ladies, we're giving out a ton of Morphe makeup right now for free.
Wow, free Morphe makeup. And brushes? That's a steal of a deal. Oh, I could skip it.
Have two cadaver dogs here at the scene as well. We come back out to a live shot and show you the backhoe they're using to dig up the trash. They take dump trucks to take it to another location.
Okay.
Hey ladies, we're
now it's trying to trap me in this. All right. Are we out of it? Good. Great. So it says that there's a major update in the case of the missing mom, Heidi Plank, who vanished a year ago after overdosing at party with strippers. Heh. What? Okay. I mean, missing bookkeeper Heidi Plank has been pronounced dead. The U.S. Sun can exclusively reveal. Well, they're not the only ones, but I will say it's true that she has been pronounced dead. Court documents show that a judge ruled that Heidi died on the night she disappeared in Los Angeles on October 17th, 2021. Well, anybody that's followed the case knows that you definitely saw her go into that building, or they saw her vehicle was in the building. Her dog was running around, and well, that's weird. I clicked on the court documents, and that's absolutely not court related topics. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I'm coming back to you real quick. But you know that she definitely ended up she didn't leave. That's not what you knew? Yeah, that's what I'm like, huh? Right? So we know she didn't leave there. She didn't leave on her own, right? I'm sure her body left somehow or something by somebody else's hand, but her vehicle was still there. No evidence or proof of her on security camera in the garage, walking out, leaving, going to her car. No, car there, vehicle running around, dog running around, loose. And so here's some pictures, and there is a video here of her going to her vehicle. Here's her dog with her, right? And then okay, so the petition for Heidi to be pronounced deceased was made by her ex-husband, which honestly, I've not ever felt he was involved or any like I no. Now her boss is a different story, but no, I've never thought any suspicion of him. So the mom of one vanished in a highly mysterious circumstance after attending her then 10-year-old son's flag football game and has never been seen or heard from since. No suspected cause of death has been announced publicly, but her family has previously spoken about their fears that foul play was involved. The U.S. Sun reported at the time on claims that Heidi, then 39, may have died of a prescription drug overdose at a strippers and crypto gambling party. Yeah, but that's U.S. Sun reporting that. I mean, I don't know. The U.S. Sun also revealed that her financer boss, Jason Sugarman, had connections to President Joe Biden's embattlement son, Hunter Biden, and that she was dating a high-flying exec at Facebook boss Mark Zuckerberg's charity when she disappeared. What? Did you know that? Wait. Did y'all know that she was dating Mark Zuckerberg's? Okay. Just last month, Sugarman was ordered to pay over $10 million in relation to a civil investigation into a mass fraud scam. That makes sense. The petition for Heidi to be pronounced deceased was made by her ex-husband, Jim Wayne, 64, so that their son can receive funds from her life insurance policy. I get that. I suppose it's quick, though. It's quick. Judge Ruben Garcia said while making his court ruling at the Superior Court in Los Angeles on January 17th, quote, the court will note that the petitioner, Jim Wayne, has sufficiently satisfied the burden of proof in arguing for death. No, quote, it continues, no reasonable inferences from the evidence adduced can lead one to determine that she remains alive. That is Heidi. The judge officially recorded that Heidi died in Los Angeles at 9 p.m. on October 17, 2021. He said he had been convinced by compelling arguments made by Wayne's counsel and testimony given behind closed doors by the investigating officer in the case. After the ruling, Wayne smiled shook his attorney's hand, and slapped him on the back. Asked what he believes happened to Heidi, he remained tight-lipped. Wayne told the U.S. Sun, everything is still pure speculation right now. Quote, I have my own ideas on what happened, but for now, I'm happy that we got a place of real closure. Don't forget that I've got a young son at home. I have full confidence that the investigators are going to figure out what happened. It is an active criminal investigation, and they have not stopped making inquiries. I believe they will figure it out. Despite investigating for well over a year, cops have announced no arrest or suspects in the case. In November 2021, the LAPD said that they found forensic evidence at the high rise where she was last seen, which led them to believe she was dead. Officers also searched a landfill in I don't know, something, around 50 miles north of the downtown LA apartment complex for weeks, but found no sign of Heidi. And then an internet sleuth investigating the case came forward to tell the U.S. Sun of shocking claims. Okay. So we know where this is coming from then. We have an idea. It came from an internet sleuth that was investigating. Okay, I don't know who this is. They're not saying a name on here. I don't know. Grain of salt, y'all. I don't know. Because shocking claim that she had OD'd and that her body was disposed of through the building's trash chute. I think that's what that word is. I don't know. Dawn Heim said that she had been told by a witness living at the Hope and Flower building that one night she went missing. Heidi had been to a party there to get Adderall from a man that she was dating. According to this person, the witness said that at the party. Okay, so they panicked when she collapsed on the dance floor and got rid of her body by pushing it down the garbage disposal. Oh my gosh. Her dog, Seven, was later found wandering alone on the 28th floor of the building by residents, but it wasn't until 3 days later that Heidi was reported missing to police by Wayne when she didn't show up to pick up their son from school. She was working for Camden Capital Partners under managing partner Jason Sugarman. When she disappeared, CCTV footage showed Sugarman leaving a box of muffins at the doorstep of Heidi's LA home after she went missing, but before her disappearance had been reported. At the time, Sugarman, 51, stood accused by the Securities and Exchange Commission of directing a $43 million fraud, which left a Native American tribe and several pension funds with $60 million in debt. Last month, the financier, who is a co-owner of the major soccer league club LAFC and son-in-law of Golden State Warriors proprietor Peter Guber, was ordered to pay $10.2 million for his role in the fraud. Sugarman agreed to pay the money, quote, without admitting or denying the allegations. A press release from the financial regulator stated on January 10th. Wayne told the U.S. Sun at the time of Heidi's disappearance that cops were probing her work with Sugarman as one of their lines of inquiry. The U.S. Sun previously reported how Sugarman's now jailed former business partner, Jason Galanis, had ties to Hunter Biden and the Gambino crime family. What? Emails on Hunter Biden's laptop from hell later revealed that Sugarman himself had been closely involved in a business deal with the president's son. Oh my gosh. In a strange twist of fate, the very same day that Heidi was pronounced dead in court, Sugarman's dad-in-law, Peter Guber, 80, was pictured at the White House with President Biden during a visit with his Golden State Warriors basketball team. The U.S. Sun also previously revealed a picture showing Sugarman at Hollywood party in 2012 with Jeffrey Epstein, now jailed, freaking Maxwell. Ugh, good grief. That's, oh man. I didn't know any of this stuff. I didn't know that. I mean, I knew about Ross a little bit, like he was no good, no bueno, but like, here, I'll show you this. I don't know. They don't actually show. Yeah, they do. All right, here. Well, I mean, who's that with? Socialite and blogger Dory Cooperman poses with Maxwell at a party. I mean, that doesn't mean Copperman, whatever, took 2 pictures of Maxwell and Sugarman partying together, but denies the pair are connected. All right, maybe if I open this bad boy up, there's actually pictures on it. So let me see if this will. Wait, hello? Why is it not? Oh, I don't need to open it. Okay. Yeah, nah, they don't show it as far as I could see. Maybe there's some secret link I'm not seeing. Wait, right there. Oh, this is well, I don't know. I'll look and see. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, it just shows like independent pictures of them on this one. So let me actually look at this and see if this is it before I bring you to one and it doesn't have it. And okay, yeah. Here are the pictures. Let me grab you guys. The pictures are like rotating on their own. That's really strange. But let me grab you. Wow, that's pretty wild about all that. Happy not to travel in that circle. Me too. Oh no, the Epstein. What? Yeah. What? Exactly right. I'm like, I mean, we all knew that. Like, we all knew that the. Hello, why is this here now? Her boss was like definitely up to no good. We knew that, but here's the oh. I can change it here. Let's go back. These are the pictures. So there was no, what are you doing? Okay, so this picture 1. Is it gonna tell me who's what and what's what? Probably not. Picture 2. And 3. It's like the picture at the top we'd seen. Do not know who these people are. I have no idea. Oh, I guess technically this is the one from up above. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I found the picture. Okay, so there's Maxwell right there, yeah? Pretty sure that one was Maxwell. Crazy conclusion. Yeah. What tangled webs we weave. Oh my gosh. That's awful. She was in so much danger then. I mean, it really, if they were all involved and all. Right there, right here. This is Maxwell, yeah? Pretty sure. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's really, really scary. That he had all of these connections and she was also involved. But wow. So I mean, honestly, I don't know that I would believe. I don't know. Could it be true about going to get whatever and collab? It could be. But I mean, could also be something else nefarious. And see, right there is Maxwell. Yep, that was her wearing that black outfit there. What picture are we on? 24 of 25. So anyway, I don't know if you caught the pictures or what. I pointed out when I saw Maxwell. I don't know. I don't really know who is what I'm looking for. But anyway, let me grab not that one, but that's Dateline. This is okay. Yeah, see, this one's reporting it too. Oh, well, no wonder they are. Okay. Judge rules 39 died on the night that she disappeared. This looks like, yeah, this is the same write-up that yep, this one here, I'm gonna actually exit out of it. It is the same write-up as the one we just read. And then the other one here is like Daily Mail, which, I mean, that's even worse than the Sun. She had been pronounced dead 2 years after. What? She began following a claim of the witness that she OD'd on fentanyl at a wild stripper in Clippa. So what is it? Can they make up their mind? Is it Adderall or is it fentanyl? I don't know. It's making it more and more not believable to me. A judge ruled that the mom of one tragically died at 9 p.m. the night she disappeared, October 17th, concluding a case that had baffled investigators and the public for years. The announcement of her death was first reported by the U.S. Sun after her ex-husband petitioned for authorities to close her case so that her son can receive funds from her life insurance policy. And shows photos of them. It shows, her last known movements. A little clip of her going to, here, let me grab you real quick. I'll show you this part. Her going and getting into her vehicle. Let me grab you and add you over on this one. So that's her, and this is her little doggy over here. Huh? What article is she reading? I was reading, one came from the U.S. Sun, which is why I've been like, what? Are you sure? I don't know about that. And then the one that I was just right now currently reading from is even worse. It's the Daily Mail. And that's why I'm like, don't, that's, like I said, like this one, now they're saying, okay, hold on. They alleged, right? Remember the sleuthing whoever? This does seem to be conspiracy. Yeah, if it's an internet sleuther and they're the ones that, like, where's the proof? Where is this? Who is it? First of all, I'd like to see their video and I want another credibility. Like how, I don't know, man. That's weird. Like this, I don't like it. After taking fentanyl-laced Adderall. And then it led to panicked people at the party. The huge party on the 40th floor. Right here, quote, so she was up at this really big party and they were gambling with cryptocurrency. There were a lot of drugs and strippers, and they had brought a stripper pole up there, and they had a DJ. She did not do any other drug, but they told me that the Adderall was laced with fentanyl. I was told that she OD'd in the middle of the dance floor, fell down, broke a glass that she had in her hand. A group of people tried to revive her, but they couldn't, and they got scared because there was a lot of illegal stuff going on in that apartment that night. The alleged witness also claimed that she stumbled upon her body after it was disposed of in the trash chute, where it got stuck on the 28th floor. I don't know about all this, y'all. Okay, so let me just say that. Like, we'll see if we hear it from somewhere else, because while her official cause of death has not been revealed, the judge in the case ruled that she died. Okay, so what I will say that we could probably go with is that the judge ruled the case that she had passed away, and they said 9 p.m. October 17th, because of the compelling arguments, the testimony, all of that. The petitioner was the ex-husband, and it was, yeah, see, that's so weird. He closed the case. It comes after he previously revealed a string of bizarre antics from her in the years before her death. He said in a statement that she once trashed her then 4-year-old son's bedroom before jumping out the window and climbing onto neighbors' roof semi-naked. That was after she had told him she had to leave Rite Aid because it was too intense, and repeatedly tried to feed him a plate of bacon as he was driving her home. That's weird, because I had never seen that her ex was would speak bad of her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about that. I don't know about all this. I really don't. I'm gonna look while I'm here. Right here. Let me see if anything pops up if I put this in here. Because I would like some more legitimate sources. Would make me feel a little bit better. Or, how about this super sleuth, whoever that came up with the answer? Like, who is that? Yeah. Like, who is it? Who put that out? And who's this? I don't think. Nah, this person would have done it. Just kind of looking as I go through some of these to see if there's any videos, and mm-mm. A year ago, and then there was like them searching the landfill for her. Her friends held a vigil for her. Okay, the Dad Challenge podcast. So that one was done a year ago, and it says weird circumstances. Where is she? Strange things going on. Profiling Evil covered it. Oh. What? Okay, hang on. I might have the answer. I might have the answer, you guys. I'm not sure. I'd have to actually open this up and see. But they're saying okay. Hold on. He said that he's going over an article from the Sun. So I don't think he's the person that supposedly got this information, and because somebody revealed it to the Sun, they said. So I'm gonna eliminate this person. I actually don't think that they did it. Now, because I wanted to listen to the very beginning to see, like, was it his? Yeah, no. Nope. I don't think it was that person. I don't know, but I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna see if I could find who this is, because I don't like that. Huh. Okay. Nancy Grace spoke about it. Yeah, I'm gonna look into it and see if I can find out who this source maybe is that passed it on to the Sun. But for now, I don't know about those things. Now, the fact that the judge ruled, I mean, I'll go with that. But I do not know that I'm willing to go with the OD, dropped to the floor, thrown into a garbage chute, which makes sense, though, why they were searching in the landfill, because somebody may have passed that on and said, like, hey, here's what we heard, blah, blah, blah. And so just to, like, check all their bases, they did go check the landfill. They never found her. Doesn't mean she's not there, but landfills are very, very hard searches for them to do. This crazy sleuth story to get the insurance money for the Sun. Okay, then, right? If only my wife would try to feed me a plate of bacon. Oh my gosh, what a rant. I mean, I don't know. Listen, we can't believe anything that, like, these, like, sleuths are, I don't know. If they really figured this out, when they have put, like, the proof out, when they have shown who do you think from that party actually, like, talked to some stranger and told them intimate details in regards to a woman passing? And like, I think that if whatever happened, I think that they all are very tight-lipped. I don't think any of them are gonna speak, because I think that they all know if they do, they probably feel like they could go down too. I don't think anybody's speaking on it. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know about all that. So did she have a cell phone with her that could show her in that area? I don't remember the details. I think she did. Or her vehicle. They definitely knew. Oh, you mean in the. Well, I know that they knew she was at that high rise, if I could speak. Yeah. Really sounds like if anyone was involved, they had developed so many rumors and stories about the event for Yeah? You cannot take anything that the Sun says seriously? Exactly. In JDR, that's exactly it. That's why I'm like, ugh, like, honestly, we all know the Daily Mail. They could put out some crazy, ridiculous crap, but the Sun is right there. I mean, they're not much better. Sometimes, yeah, they do give us like, whoa, little things that's like, whoa, how'd they know, right? But look at, I can't even remember what it was. It's something with the case, the Idaho 4 case, and I forget what it was. Maybe some of you remember, but they had the Daily Mail had like, oh my gosh, they were trying to like confirm something, and it was like, no, you're wrong. That's and it got exposed. Like that's complete rubbish, right? And so, no, it could be very damaging to cases. Oh, why did I leave there? Let me put that back in again. I just like went into an area and then left it without doing what I'm trying to do. So, all right, let me look right here real quick because I want to see if there's anything from, okay, February 22nd. Yeah, nope, that would be the repeat of that. The Daily Mail. Who else is February? Would be another page. Yep, right there. Same, yeah, no. Another one right there, Daily Mail. November 5th. Oh, that's an older one. I don't know. I'm just going to say take it all with a grain of salt at this point until we can get somebody that's. Well, it looks like Web Sleuths might have been on this. I might hold a little weight to it if, in fact, it was Web Sleuths that somehow figured something out, but I don't think so. Ruled. All right, let's see if that pops up anything. Yeah, okay. The Insider, CBS News. Well, that's the forensic evidence. We knew that. Nope, nope. And yeah. Nah. So I say for now, let's take it with a grain of salt and wait and see if anything comes out. If I could get a hold of these records they said they had, the court documents, that would be nice. But it took me to this other page that did not have like a document sitting there for me. So, because that would really, we at least would know what the judge ruled for sure. But, okay, let me put this up. Oh, with my forgetful self here. Please hold. By the way, yeah, my dad never messaged. I'm thinking he was definitely sleeping. For anyone that was here about my dad's birthday. Aw, that's cute. Aw, Granny Sue, thank you. I appreciate it very much. That's super sweet. I love it. I was a little confused for a quick moment there, being like, "Heh, who?" But that's really sweet. Thank you. All right, everyone, pray, 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 pray. I would say pray for Heidi's son, because honestly, we don't even know what kind of mess any of them are into. So let's at least keep prayers going for the son for sure. We know he isn't responsible. He didn't do anything. Please remember that all the Sun has to do is throw Hunter Biden's name and or Maxwell's name into some event, and everyone gets to spinning conspiracies. I feel like that is the conspiracy right there. I'm even putting that in there. It's like, because they said we exclusively reported that info about whoever and whoever and whoever, right? Yes, in the Daily Mail. Yeah, they are. They're just as bad. I know it. But yeah, please pray for him and continue prayers for Samantha Humphrey's family, the mom, the dad, the grandparents, all sides, everyone, her brother, the police, is that they will have the right evidence and knowledge to really put this together. And we're for now going to say if it is her, and we're also going to say if somebody was responsible for doing this to her, that justice will be coming very quickly. Hopefully, when we get the press conference Monday, maybe they will already have somebody in custody. I don't know. That's what my hope is. It doesn't mean that's gonna happen, but I tell you, I really am. I'm hoping for it. I'm hoping so hard that exactly. If somebody was stuck in it, why wouldn't they call 911? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's out so far. I don't know about all that, but yeah. And I'll let you know. Keep an eye out. I'm going to create a thumbnail and maybe even set up like the live, but I'll put it on I'll probably just put it on private right now or like unlisted until I actually get the date of the You're Anxious, Me Too. When I get the day that they're gonna do it, because it could be Monday or sometime after. So be prepared at least on Monday that it might be coming. Once I get a time, I will set it on there and I will have it, I'll turn it on public so that you guys will be able to see that there's going to be a press conference for her coming. Thank you so much, FarQ. I love the blue hearts for him and the pink. I appreciate it. Thank you everyone for coming. Y'all are great. You're awesome. Yeah. Take a lot of stuff with a grain of salt. We don't even know. So please say it. Or we hear from the family, from them, that for sure, right? But, just pray. Past your bedtime. All right, well, I'm going to get off here, and I'm probably going to go talk to your daughter. We're probably going to chitty-chat the night away. All right, everyone. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you. Thank you, mods. Thank you, everyone. What am I talking about? Hold on one moment. I feel like I keep doing this to myself every time. I'm like, oh, I'm already under it. What am I doing? Okay, so this is, here, I'll just actually do this one right quick. All right, so put you over here. This is really, really funny. This is basically talking about like a year ago, and it's like working from home, like news bloopers. So it's everybody on here is giving some type of news or update or whatever, and it got me laughing. It sure did. It definitely had me giggling. So I'm gonna show you some of these to take this off, open this up, and I'll take you out of here with that for tonight. I'll be back on tomorrow. Also, I'm gonna do probably a recording of some of these other updates here and post it as well. But I will talk to my old handle name. Oh, laughing stock. Okay, hey, makes sense. All right, hi. Thanks for letting me know. I would have not known. I had no idea. No idea. Okay, so I'll keep an eye out for both of those. Really. Thanks for letting me know, though. I appreciate it. Granny Sue, sweet dreams to you. Good night. Thank you for being here. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Patricia. Thank you. Nice picture. Yeah. The picture that was just up, you can check on my Facebook if you would like it and put it as your cover photo. Yes, time for cuteness. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Everybody have a great night. Thank you. I'm going to say it wrong probably. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. All right, everybody. We'll talk soon. Good night, everybody.
When TV reporters work from home with cats, the news bloopers are perfect. Funny cats become a part of the reports, often by accident, and always to the delight of viewers. Morning anchor Dan Martin had no idea his cat Duke was on camera taking a bath.
Another Valley business is making changes to ensure the customer and worker safety. Starting today, White House Fruit Farm in Canfield is temporarily closing to walk-in traffic.
While trying to record some audio, meteorologist Heather Tesch's new intern couldn't stay quiet.
Rainfall amounts could be heavy, many areas picking up 2 to 3 inches of rain, some places even more.
When she conducted an interview on live TV, journalist Doris Bajornia thought it was good to be business as usual. Her cats, however, had a completely different idea.
titingnan mo yung guidelines na nung binabasa ko. Let's say, for example, kung private vehicle, ang allowed is 2 pasahero per row. Ibig sabihin, ang makakasakay lang.
Journalist Travis Prasad's cat coworker insisted on supervising every Zoom interview.
That's all I had to ask you. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
I think your cat's awesome, by the way. That's all I really had to add.
As soon as I start an interview, she jumps up here. She was passed out. She was sleeping. There's me talking to somebody.
Legit made my afternoon seeing that.
During a live forecast, weatherman Bill Steffen's cats became the main event behind him.
We had some rain come through this evening, anywhere from about 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch. We had 1,500s at the airport here in Grand Rapids and also at Battle Creek, 1,700s at Kalamazoo. Rain's pretty much over. Storm Track Live still showing just a few sprinkles of rain off to the south and southeast of Grand Rapids. Those will end shortly, and we'll have some lingering showers throughout the day on Wednesday, probably into Thursday as well, as a very slow-moving system comes right across the state of Michigan. And that system could bring us about an inch of rain through the mid part of the week, tapering off here late in the day on Thursday. And Thursday could be a pretty windy day, and Thursday also the coolest day that we will see here this coming week.
Cats love to steal the spotlight.
Not really. Oh my God. The cat. Sorry.
And they have no problem crashing live TV to get it.
Good morning. I'm John Paul.
And I'm Kelsey Karen. This is a Good Day Memphis update.
I'm sorry. What was that in the background? I tried to keep it together. I was like, what was that? Is that a child crying?
I'm going to put her in my room.
What was that? Was that your cat? Yeah. Oh, my. That's